It was just an ordinary day in a small town. A group of kids were playing around when they started whispering to each other. "I dare you to go up to that abandoned well and drop this bottle into it. Are you crazy? You know what they say about that well. You drop something into it, and whatever your wish is, it will come true. Yeah, but also that if you do, you have to be willing to pay the price." The well had been abandoned years ago after a terrible accident. It was said that anyone who dropped something into it would have their wish granted, but they'd have to pay the price. The kids didn't believe any of that, so they decided to test it out. They wrote down their wishes on pieces of paper, rolled them up, taped them to bottles, and dropped them into the well. One kid even wrote, "I want to become the strongest person in the world." Another one wrote, "I want to become the most popular girl in school." And the last one simply wrote, "I want to become rich." Then they all went home, and a few days later, they all got what they wished for. The kid who wished to become the strongest person in the world became incredibly muscular. The girl who wished to become the most popular girl in school suddenly had everyone's attention, and the last kid became rich beyond his wildest dreams. But they soon realized that the price they had to pay was even greater. The strong boy couldn't control his strength, the popular girl couldn't stand being the center of attention, and the rich kid lost all his money as quickly as he got it. They tried to undo their wishes, but it was too late. They had to live with the consequences of their actions. A year passed, and one day they were all playing by the well when they heard a voice. "You dropped something into my well," it said. Startled, they looked around, but there was no one there. "Who said that?" they asked. Then they saw a bottle at the edge of the well. It had a note attached to it that read, "Whoever finds this bottle will have their wish granted." They recognized the handwriting. It was the same as the one they had used a year ago. But how could that be? They had dropped their bottles a year ago, and now someone was dropping one back up. Just then, another voice said, "Well, hello there. I see you found my little message in a bottle." They all screamed and ran away. They didn't want any part of that abandoned well or whatever magic it was that was happening there. They never went back to play there again, and to this day, no one knows what happened to that abandoned well or who was dropping the bottles.